Have you ever noticed that lunch at a Taiwanese university isn't just lunch? It's basically a high-stake tactical operation. If you're not at the cafeteria by 11:55 a.m., you've already lost. Lines everywhere, no seats, total chaos. Honestly, dating here kind of feels the same way.
100%. If you arrive at 12, it's already game over. Long lines, no tables, emotional damage.
Exactly. Welcome back to the show. I'm Feishi, and today we're talking about something very real to international students dating in Taiwan.
And I'm Alexa. Today we're diving into romance, language barriers, and cultural surprises. And of course, the sacred bubble tea date in Taipei.
Let's start with the obvious question. How do you even flirt when you're still butchering Mandarin tones?
Oh, it's rough. My first crush here was in class, and I spent 3 full days practicing how to ask him out in Mandarin, very dramatically.
3 days? That's commitment.
Ha ha ha. I rehearsed in the mirror. Can you imagine? Practice the tones. I was ready. Then I confidently invited him to eat stinky tofu. And he said he hates stinky tofu.
No, Alexa, that's tragic. See, here's the thing. In Taiwan, food is basically a love language. If you don't know someone's spice tolerance, you don't know their soul.
Exactly. Food reveals everything. Sweet tooth, adventurous eater, cilantro hater, that's relationship data.
But here's the tricky part. As international students, there's this novelty factor. People are curious about you.
It's real. You think it's a date. There's eye contact, there's chemistry. Then suddenly they say, can you explain the present perfect tense? Romance cancelled.
The infamous language exchange trap.
It's real. You think it's a date. There's eye contact, there's chemistry. Then suddenly they say, can you explain the present perfect tense? Romance cancelled.
Immediate heartbreak. You go from butterflies to grammar corrections in 2 seconds.
But honestly, fake see dating here feels more subtle than in places like the US or Europe. Less direct.
Definitely. Back home, someone might just say, hey, I like you, let's go out. Here, it's more layered.
Hahaha. Honestly, yes. If you haven't had a deep life conversation outside 7-Eleven at night, have you even studied in Taiwan?
The 7-Eleven date, that's when you know it's serious.
Hahaha. Honestly, yes. If you haven't had a deep life conversation outside 7-Eleven at night, have you even studied in Taiwan?
Forget candlelight dinners. Give me fluorescent lighting and microwaved rice bowl.
But weirdly, those moments feel real, no pressure, no performance, just conversation.
Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you have to adjust your personality a bit because you are a guest here?
All the time, I'm constantly thinking, am I too loud, too direct, too Western?
Same. Sometimes it feels like you're representing more than just yourself.
And then there's another big factor here: family.
Yeah, you start wondering, are we building something or are we just very committed classmates?
In many Taiwanese families, relationships are expected to be long term. So when the family gets involved, it really means something.
Huge. I know someone who dated for a year and still hadn't met the parents because it's such a serious step.
Because eventually someone asks the question, so when are you going back home?
Which makes it beautiful, but also a little intimidating, especially as an international student.
Exactly. That's right, Fakesy. You're not just dating a person, you're connecting with their culture, traditions, and future.
Now that question hits hard. You're building memories in a place that might be temporary for you, but permanent for them.
The misunderstandings, the language mix ups, the cultural surprises, those become the stories you remember years later.
But honestly, Alexa, you have to admit, that's what also makes it.
Sometimes confusing, sometimes emotional, and occasionally a grammar lesson. But at the end of the day, it's about connection.
The kind of stories that make you think, wow, that experience really changed me.
If you've ever had a lost in translation dating moment abroad, we want to hear it.
So, from stinky tofu rejections to 7-Eleven heart to heart, dating as an international student intern is definitely an adventure.
Next episode, we're tackling something equally dramatic.
And courage. The courage to speak imperfect Mandarin, to risk misunderstandings, and to open yourself up in a culture that isn't even yours.
Trust us, that's a survival mission.
Share your story with us and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. We want to know your thoughts for more conversations about international student life.
Next episode, we're tackling something equally dramatic.
Apartment hunting in Taipei as a non-native speaker.
Trust us, that's a survival mission.